All right, we're out here. It's cold. It might look sunny and pretty out, but it's 37 right now. It's supposed to go up to only about, I think, might hit 50, 48, 49, 50, somewhere in there. Kind of windy, so we're going to see how this is going to affect these fish out here on the river, Susquehanaa, and the wind's blowing against the current, so that always makes things a little tricky as well. Water temp right now, it's saying 45.1. It might be a hair warmer than that. My transducer's probably still adjusting a little bit, so I'll keep you posted with that throughout the day. But I haven't been out here in a few months, so we're going to play around a little bit, see if we can't find a couple fish, hopefully get them, and I'll keep you updated with how I'm getting them. All right, little update. Lost one. Had it on a little swim bait, little 3.5 inch deal. I was just kind of crawling it along. Water temp has now settled out. It is almost 48, 47.8. So not terrible. This should be biting a little bit, I would think. Just got to make sure I get around them. The wind's blowing against the current, so you don't even have to like spot lock. You just kind of sit still and hold you in place. So gotta keep looking around, see what we can find. Well, I pulled something in about probably 100 yards, 100 feet. Really heavy braid, really nice ribbon tail worm, little split shot, swivel deal. Maybe they were catching them on this. Maybe that's what I need to throw. All right, just got my first one on the hammer trap. You see that? Chrome 5/8. Not giant, but good one for the first fish. Maybe gotta slide up a little bit shallower. I've been playing around out a little bit deeper, so maybe I see fish out there in that deeper water. But there we go. Let's get him back in the water. See if we can't get some more. Well, it's only been about probably 10 minutes since I caught that fish where you know, bright sun out, no wind. Wind pushing hard now, it's blowing. Started to chop it up, it's blowing against the current still now, and really kind of got a lot colder. I had to put some gloves on, and I'm going to work my way back up to where I caught that fish. I'm going to idle over there and see if I can't find another one. It's been slow, so I'm going to flip you around as I'm idling here, show you some stuff that I'm looking at out on the water, some little key spots that could be good too. All right, so you can see as we're idling here, I have it set down to 120 foot on each side. This is all rock, that chunky stuff, so you can see where that little white spot is right there. It's kind of clear. That's a spot that doesn't have any rock. Same thing with right here. So that's good little spots to let those fish get down in those little ditches or little just depressions, deeper spots. So you can see, again, that's all about 10 foot deep right in here. I'm gonna keep looking for those, but like that sort of stuff, I don't see any fish in it currently, but sometimes they'll get tucked down with that current being hard. They want to get out of it and they'll kind of hide down in there, so they might still be there. But that's kind of some of the stuff I'm looking for right now. That rattle trap fish, he was a little bit shallower. It was in about, I would say 8 foot maybe, so a little shallower than this. And I actually saw it out there on my active target and threw over to it, and it did not let me get the bait away from it, so that was good. But I'm gonna keep working my way down here, fish this little stretch, see if I can't get a couple more bites. If not, I'm gonna move around a little more and see what else I can find. But definitely what you want to find, that little rocky, ledgy stuff, that's where the smallies are gonna be. All right, finally got number 2. Oh, not a giant, but it's a fish. Get him up in the boat. Get him unhooked. I'll take it at this point. There we go. Riding the struggle bus today, but we got number 3. He's got 2 of them in his mouth. He actually ate both of those swim baits, I think. Unless he got hooked on the way in. I've never had that happen, but there's one. And he had 2. I'm telling you. That's crazy. That one is down there too. Oop, there. Huh, that's a little different. Not a big one, probably 13, 14 incher, but it's something. Maybe it's gonna make them start biting here. The wind has definitely made it tougher for fishing, but has not turned them on. But healthy fish. See if we can keep going. Working on that limit. Look at this little fella. He might not even stretch out the 12. Whoo! Grinding. Maybe we get a couple more. What time is it? 3:30. I was originally going to fish till dark, but it's, what's that going to be? That'll be another like 2.5, 3 hours. I don't know if I have that in me. It has been slow. Unless something magically changes, I'm probably going to give it another 45 minutes and head home. I made some jambalaya the other day, or last night. Go eat that. That sounds really nice right now. Wouldn't mind if they turned back on, but not expecting it at this point. All right, making the drive home. I ended up with 4 fish for the day. Definitely tougher than I thought it was going to be. Part of it, that wind blowing against the current, that really, it slowed it down and stacked them up. Made it hard to get really lined up on those fish to really make those casts that you needed to, I guess, to get that angle right, get your bait drifted naturally across the current or down with the current. So I'm sure that had a little bit to do with it. We have a lot of rain coming tomorrow, so they were actually pulling some current out of there too. They were dropping the water level. So I was telling you guys earlier, I think that there's a lot of fish in that like 13 to 15 foot range that I know they were bass, some of them. They weren't all, but there was a lot of fish. I could see them on my active target out there. And I just think they were kind of in that negative mood. They really just didn't want to feed real well. And I'm sure once it starts raining, that water starts coming back up, they're just going to push them to the bank, and they're going to get up there and they'll be chewing. There's a lot of shad out there in a couple spots. So those fish had a lot of food available to them. But yeah, just didn't really get it all dialed in. I had some bites on that hammer trap. You saw that was the first fish I caught. And then I had another bite on it where I watched him on the live scope, hit it 2-3 times, and chased it all the way under the boat. And I actually think I went back and caught that one on the A rig then. But 2 other spots I had like 3 bites on it that they just whacked that trap, and just I couldn't quite get them to commit to eating it. Whether it was just a conditions deal or if it was a maybe wrong color. I tried switching it up. I went from throwing the straight chrome one, which I caught that one on, and then once it got a little bit cloudy out, I started throwing one called, I believe it's guacamole or avocado, something like that. But that one I was throwing, it was more of like a white with a little bit of a dark green on the back to it, a little brownish color. So they thought that should be good in the clouds and should show up real well for those fish. Didn't even point that reflection when it's not sunny out, so that was why I made that little adjustment. But overall, for March, happy to get out, happy to catch some fish. There's plenty of lakes I can go to right now and not catch any bass in, so we'll take it. Looking forward to getting back out. I think I'm gonna fish on this weekend with my buddy Mike. We're gonna, depending on how much rain we get coming up here, decide if we go back up to Beltsville or if we go somewhere else. So thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day. Please subscribe, and I will talk to you again soon. See ya.